specifically my brother, who's just, as I think, as all of you are asked to do something, the absolute unanimous feeling about Louis is he is one of a terrific and unbelievable heart. He is incredibly generous of spirit and of himself. And when you think about in a time where everyone is always too busy, right? No one can return a phone call, they have to text, they're swiping. Louis finds time for everyone in this room. Louis will drop anything to help not only everyone in this room, but basically anyone. He is one, and when you really ask, what's the most important character of a human being? I think it is one who can give of themselves with no thought of anything but helping another human being. So that is the essence of trying to change the world, Tikkun Olam. And Louis is just the epitome, and I think we all not only benefit, but we should all appreciate, and we all should seek to be like Louis in that respect. And he is just really, you'd be hard pressed to find another person who gives and gives and gives quite like my brother. So that's the part that I wanted to say and tell him how much I love him, how proud of him I am, and how thankful that he's here with me to celebrate, but to share this chapter of our lives together. So that's what I wanted to say. Lizzie has a few words. Then we're going to do a montage where everyone's going to participate. And
then dinner is out there, and then after the montage, and
we'll eat.
Buffet style.
Thank you. Thank you.
They're singing happy birthday. Happy birthday, Louis. Michelle, thank you for giving Nathan and I and our family the pleasure and honor of making Louis his 60th or almost 60th birthday celebration. Tonight we wanted to make sure that you, Louis, know not just how loved and appreciated you are by your friends and family, but specifically why we all love and appreciate you. We all know that so many times the people who make the most impact in their day-to-day lives are so busy doing what they do best that there's no opportunity to tell them how we feel about them. And so, for your birthday, to make sure you know just how loved you are and cherished you are, and why, everyone here was asked to answer 3 questions. Everyone was asked to identify and write down, which we have for you. Jenny, where are the jars? On each table are 3 jars, and full of what everybody answered. So the first question was, what are the attributes, characteristics, and traits that your friends and family love most about you, appreciate, respect, and admire you? Everyone here answered their favorite memories with you over the course of your lives together. And lastly, everyone here answered what they specifically look forward to doing with you in the future. So this way, you know, and I'm sure once Michelle knows too, you're going to schedule it.
You know it.
So what people wrote, what your friends and family wrote, are not like general things, but specific things. So there's no confusion. For me, I admire and I am inspired by your ability to live in the moment and experience others with fresh eyes and ears. And I see that that brings out the best in others and in yourself. This is something I cherish in you. Happy birthday, and we hope you feel how much everyone in your life loves you and values you. And now that you all know what we look forward to doing with you in the future, I know you'll make it happen. Happy almost 60th birthday. There's so much on the horizon. Wow.
have a little montage, and there's one thing you're all required to do. When you see anything in the montage that is plaid, you yell, "We love you, Lewis." So if you see anything in the montage that is plaid, what are you going to scream?
We love you, Lewis.
I think I don't really feel it.
Culinary delight, flower arranging, and gardening. Is this diet eclectic? I would say so. And above and beyond all of these above there is a heart that is bigger than you could ever imagine. Lewis is a trusted, loyal lover of family, friends, animals, trees, philanthropic encounters, spirituality, his Jewish heritage, the underserved, and most of all, his Bashir, his Michelle, is his moon and his stars. They both have had a long journey in search of one another, with many, many, many more years ahead. The world is their oyster, and their very special relationship in which they have barely had time to speak to one another, and they understand exactly what each other is saying and thinking. This, Lewis, is the greatest gift that we can all share with you on your 60th birthday. Everyone in this room loves and adores you. Life is a bunch of crises, one after another. You've tackled them all. But for Daddy and I, you have brought us more love, more sense of pride and joyfulness than you could ever imagine. We are two very, very, very special, wonderful, blessed individuals. We have 3 blood-related children who are married to the most wonderful human beings you could ever imagine. It's like they're all our children. And we can never stop thanking God for these blessings. I know this is long, but I don't often have a chance to get up. He's telling me, get the hook, get her off. I don't often have this opportunity to tell everyone in this room how blessed we are.
Amen.
Our grandchildren, our children. Thank you all for being here.
Amen.
You're saving them by giving them vegetables.
Make him vegan.
You are my brother because of blood, but you are my friend because of love. The tenacity you showed, how you persevere, and the person you become despite the hard stuff has made you the man you are today. Life is much better with my big brother around. I look forward to many good times together, and the only thing that's better than having you as my brother is the children having you as their uncle.
Oh.
And I love you very much.
Oh my gosh, Mom, you see Ash? He's like sprawled out under your chair.
The yin and yang of you, and I'm always fascinated by it. But my love for you will never, ever be anything but more and grow every day. And I love to tease you about that cigar in the back of a boat for the rest of our life. I love you. Happy birthday.
Papa son.
Ah, the papa.
Ah, Papa son.
You a damn good cigar. I know. It better be.
As you know,
I write all my wife's material. There's really very little left to say.
That's a good one.
Except you, the man, I love you, and I couldn't be prouder of all your 60 years. And I do want to thank Elizabeth and Nathan for putting this together. And we love you for it, and we appreciate you for it, and the family. Thank you. Nathan, you even got us a full moon.
Actually, as much as Lizzie and I did, Jenny did the heavy lifting.
I know she did.
Jenny did the heavy lifting.
I don't want to have that stuff all over my face, so first I want to thank all of you for being here tonight to celebrate Lewis's almost 60th birthday. I especially want to thank the host and hostess, Elizabeth and Nathan, for putting this beautiful evening together. It means so much to Lewis and I that you made this evening so special. We love you too so much. Lewis, to me, you are my everything. You are my love, my soulmate, and most of all, my best friend. You are one of the kindest, most loving, loyal, empathetic, and sympathetic, and fun-loving human that I have ever known. I feel so truly blessed to be able to call you my husband. I read something recently that made me think of us. It said to be someone's first love may be great, but to be their last is beyond perfect. I love you, babe. Happy almost 60th. The best is yet to come.
The first time it was my good fortune to meet Louis. I was working at the worst job I ever had. I was working for my daughter. And how she pays you, you buy lunch. That's it. Goodbye, good day. But in all sincerity, you are one of the most kind, giving, loving individuals. It's been my pleasure to meet. Thank you.
All right, I'm going. Lou? So, I've never met anybody like you. You are what everybody says. You have the most amazing heart. You are truly a fantastic human. You know, when tough times come, you are there with the biggest hug I've ever felt. Countless hours in the car, driving, stopped and got cookies, even though I really didn't want them, but we had to have them. You never left my side. And you were so kind and loving, and you had the ability to show empathy and sympathy with your whole heart. And the week that I spent with you and Mom was something that I will never forget. I loved the dumb movies we watched, although you guys made fun of me because of my dumb movies. But you were right there, and you watched all of them right alongside with me. Now we went to it. You got me this jacket. I love this jacket. Thank you. And it's just how you are with my two kids, Joseph Pasquale and Marissa May. You're just you're special. And you touch my heart every day because you never know what we're going to get from you.
Myself, Maya, Yenny, Liam, you're a great human being. So keep up the great work. The world needs you. Okay?
As everyone has said, you know how to show up, but not only show up when you're present, you're really present, and you make everyone feel so loved, whether they've known you for 10 seconds or 10 years. And you're really special in that way. You're so generous in all that you do. And I love being with you, and I can't wait to spend more time together.
And one last thing to emphasize is that every gesture you do is full of love, like how you drove 4 hours just watching race for 6 minutes when we were told not to because races are boring.
Well, it wasn't boring at all seeing you race, baby. I'm so proud of you. Boo boo.
Thank you.
No, it's not anymore.
Maybe there's a waiter who wants to
And Louis, I know not everybody is comfortable talking out loud, and so you're going to go home tonight. It looks like you have some booty, but in each of these jars are everybody's answers to the 3 questions with their names on
You
it.
know I got a lot of work to do.
And so this is something with love that you're just to remind you that you are so loved and the why.
I'm gonna take
You
this.
can take it. It's on every table for you. There's one on every table.
Are they different on every table?
The 3 questions that you answered, they're organized by question 1, 2, and 3. And that's in the jar for Louis to have and treasure.
I'm gonna need right there.
Very good.
Someone happy birthday in the Jewish tradition, we say Admea Be'esrim. May you grow until you are 120.
Amen.
And usually, it sounds like, who wants to be 120? Seriously.
I do.
120, it's a lot. It's a lot.
125, maybe.
99, 100, 101, 102, but 120 feels like a lot. Unless when you're 59, you show the world that you're halfway on the journey of your life. And that's what I saw on you this past year. That you are just starting. You're just starting. You have a lot of experience, a lot of wisdom, but you're looking forward for the next 60. And it is not common to see people who are turning 60 and are facing it not like I'm playing overtime, but I'm like starting the second half. And that's what I love about you, that you met your Bashert and that you are having a great time with her and planning a very beautiful future with her. I was privileged to be a witness of that holy moment, and I'm looking forward for the next 60 years. I'm going to be 100 when you are 120, so I'm going to make all the time then, but I'm privileged not to be your rabbi, but to be your friend. For me, it's an honor, it's a privilege to be your friend.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you. First of all, tonight was, I was quite flabbergasted when we walked in here and everybody said surprise. I didn't expect this. This was Keith's night. It's supposed to be Keith's night.
Every night.
But, I mean, looking around the room, everybody here are the people who are the closest to me, and the people that I love the most and the dearest. I really, 60 is is a big number for anybody, but for me, I really never thought I would make it to 60. I didn't think I'd make it to 50. And you know, life has been tough, but I've always been blessed to have a loving family around me to guide me and to show that there is so much more that I'm missing, so much more that, you know, there's something about mourning lost time it eats at your gut. And I feel like I've mourned all of my lost time. And I'm now present and here today, all of me. And I know that the next 60 years, please God, are going to be amazing. My brother, who I've idolized my brother. I've looked at everything my brother has done, and he's done it with such grace. And you know, you see people that have accomplished all that my brother has, and you don't even want to be around them. They're so obnoxious, and they're so of themselves. My brother, everything that he has, his home, is welcome to everybody. His life is like that. And I'm so glad now that I'm turning 60, my brother and I can have the kind of brother relationship that I wished we always had. And I thank you, Nathan, for being open and for loving me, for me. And I love you and I adore you. Elizabeth, we've become so close. You know, you're my sister, and I'm my sister-in-law, and you're my sister. You're family, and there's nothing that I wouldn't do for you and your entire family, who I adore to pieces. And I'm so proud of everything that you do, because people don't have a clue what a day in Elizabeth Lights looks like. It's mind-boggling, truly. You're going back to New York tomorrow. You're here today to be with me. That is so special, and I can't thank you more. And I love you, and I can't wait for the future days. Your children, Jenny, Keith, Bruce. I don't know where Lily is, but we've lost a lot of time, and I sometimes get stuck on stupid because I feel like I don't even know how to explain it. I just get stuck on stupid, and it's not a bad thing. It's just sometimes I don't know how to express myself as close as I want to with you guys. You guys are amazing. Everything that you've accomplished, everything that you represent. Your father, I remember traveling, I think it was to, I don't remember whose gymnastic event it was. It was yours, Jim. And Nathan, I woke up in the morning and Nathan is downstairs in the lobby of the restaurant with all the kids, and he's talking about current affairs. He's talking about business. He's talking about everything that's going on in the world. And I'm like sitting back, and I'm learning too. And I just, what you've created, this life that you've created for you and your children is just magnificent. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of you all. Mom and Dad, you're damn right it's not been a cakewalk. And I've tested the tides. We've been through the highs, the lows, but we've always rebounded. We've always buoyed each other. You've always been there. I can always count on you. When I felt like I couldn't count on anything or anybody, I knew that you would always be there. no matter what. And there's been a lot of no matter whats that we don't even need to talk about. Mom mentioned some of the fun stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that we don't want to talk about. But, you know, as I reach 60, all I want to do is make you proud. And I hope I'm doing that in my everyday life. You know, you taught me that without even teaching me, without even telling me, you have to give it away to keep it. And you and my mother act that way every day of your lives. You know, passing out turkeys on Thanksgiving, giving $100 when they go into a grocery store during Christmas, when they see people online that they know they can't afford all their groceries. Hatzalah, all Jewish organizations and communities, and the loving community that you surround yourselves with. Everybody adores you. There's not a person that I know that doesn't adore you as much as I do, except your mom. So they can't have you. I love you guys so much. I love you so much. I thank you so much for getting me to 60. You really, I don't think I would have made it without you guys. I really don't. Everybody in this room is part of my life. Mark and Candy are relatively new to my life, but I feel as though I've known you forever. We have so much fun, you know, when we have our cookouts and our smokeouts and our times together and just enjoying and laughing. And I don't think we've ever had a hard time, except when you passed out in my arms on our terrace. Scared the shit out of me. Craig Curry, hi. How are you, brother? It's me. That is Superman over there. Mr. Clean is Superman. It's me. Who is, I'm so blessed that he's here today. He's been through hell in the last 3 years with kidney dialysis and being on a kidney transplant list. His kidney functions are now so good that they're better than a kidney recipient. He's one of my heroes. He really is. And he's my partner also. And I love you and your family. And I'm so glad that you're here.
Same here, brother. We love you just the same, not more.
Deb, Max. Deb, the relationship you and I have since we used to get in trouble. You remember the time we got in trouble? They were dredging Miami Beach, 96th Street and beyond. And they were expanding the beach in Bal Harbor and Surfside. And Mom dropped us off at the beach because we wanted to go shelling, because they were dredging the beach and there was some amazing things to be found. And we took an awfully long time. We forgot any essence of time. Our mother was totally frantic, losing her marbles, even more so than we've ever seen. She beat the shit out of us. And then Debbie and I made a fort in the den of our house on 96th Street, which happened to be the first house built in Bay Harbor. And we hid in there all night. Could you imagine? You really are you're my best friend. You really are. I love you to pieces. I love you to pieces. Max, I'll always remember that was one of the best cigars that I did ever have. And I was buffed, and I thought I was going to intimidate the shit out of you, because you were brought into the family. I was, want to know about
flexing the muscles.
Where'd that tat come from? Nobody in our family has tattoos. Where the hell did that tat come from? You've been a great brother. You've always been there. I wish you'd been there more. And now that there's no distance between us, I hope that we can accomplish that. And your children are a blessing to me. I love the kids.
You're a blessing to them.
Oh, they're amazing. Zachary and Matt, Guys? Hello? Hey, guys. Hi. Hi. Anyway, there are so many people in this room. Stewie, Mark, I love you guys.
You're a photographer.
You were introduced to us by my parents who adore you, and we've had so much fun together. There's going to be so many more times that we're going to share. You guys over there, hey, you too. You too. Yeah, you too. I've fallen in love with you guys. And also, you made my wedding ring, which I love. It's a magnificent piece of art, piece of work. I usually wear it, but my fingers are swollen because I was sick, so I couldn't wear it today. So I'm wearing my rubber ring that fills its gaps and pieces. Rabbi, and your beautiful wife, thank you for marrying us. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to have another light in my life, the most important light in my life, my wife, my love. Everything that you said, I mean, I could have said it myself. We can finish each other's sentences, for sure. You dress me almost every day. I come in and kiss her goodbye, and she says, "You're gonna wear that? Really? Those shoes don't go." And that shoe. Are you kidding me?
What he was going to wear tonight? Oh my goodness!
I thought it was cool. What do I know? Well, she's really improved my status as far as a man, as far as a husband, as far as a person. I feel so much freer than I've ever felt in my life. And sweetheart, the best is still yet to come.
Amen.
We always say that, don't we? And I think we share that with everybody, because I believe we believe that for everybody. Mike, you're a part of our life. We love you to pieces. Whenever you need a place to crash, my office is still your room. Anytime you need it. Mike used to leave. I used to leave my sneakers and shoes, my biking shoes and my flip-flops in front because Michelle would wear them to throw out the garbage. And Mike used to keep his slippers at the front door when he would come in and leave his sneakers also. So every other day I would tie Mike's laces together. Well, in my closet, I probably have 30 pair of sneakers, easy 30 pair of sneakers, and every single one of them were tied together. I'm still, the shoes that I haven't worn, I don't think well, these were last week. These shoes I untied last week, so I haven't worn them in a while. But I'm still finding sneakers, and I don't want to pull them out to untie them until I have to wear them. I thank you for that. You keep me level. I love you. I love you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Louis. Happy birthday to you and many more.
I'm just getting over a cold. I didn't want to blow on the candle.
Way to go. Bravo. More.